Oh,
This is a playoff Pokemon, okay? Pokenut Year, and he'll explain to you what Pokenut Year means. This is January 1st of this year.
Welcome to Pokenut Year, the challenge where for every day of the year 2022, I roll a random number generator, and the number I get corresponds to the Pokédex number of the Pokemon that I have to nut to for that day.
Please, someone describe to me what we're watching.
I'm not watching that.
That was racist.
This is Friends Partying in Hell, the only podcast that is approved by the Vatican. And I'm joined with my best buddy, Anthony, on this journey to hell. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the trending topics of the week. We're going to talk about a documentary that Anthony made me watch about QAnon. And I got some videos about relationships and sexuality for everyone, and maybe a TikTok or two at the end. But I want to welcome my buddy, Anthony. How are you, man?
What up? I'm good, man. Good. Can't complain. How about yourself?
I'm good, actually. It's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a little brewski with my broski. So yeah, It's all good. Can't complain. I'm excited.
I love me some wordplay. You know that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Well, what's been going on with your week? I've had a pretty a boring, slow week, so I don't really have anything. I played a game again on Monday, and I scored an RBI, and I caught a foul ball for an out. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you win? Did you get footage?
No, we didn't get win. No, we didn't win, and no, we didn't get footage.
Then I don't want to hear about it. Next topic. I'm not talking anymore about your baseball game unless you come with receipts, bro.
All right. You know what? Every time I come at bat, I'm gonna have someone record or something. I'll have my brother record or something like that.
That's it. That's all I'm asking. Don't need to see the whole game. But the next time you want to talk baseball, I need receipts. That's it. I'll put my foot down.
All right, fine. You're gonna get your wish.
Specifically asked. Someone on our Instagram said, "Make it happen." We're gonna make it happen.
All right. I'll do it. I'll do it. What's been going on with your week? You've been hitting any balls out of the park?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that, but it's been a crazy week. Just work wise, school wise, and then home life wise. It's been a lot. Nothing exciting, nothing to talk about. Just the same old same, right? Like I had a hole in my backyard that I've like resodded and put grass and fixed all that shit. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it was hailing outside, and my tulips that I planted in last October or August, I want to say, I planted my tulip bulbs. They're coming in amazingly well, and then the last 3 days it's been hailing, so now they're all wilting, and it's kind of got me down a little bit, man. Like I got a bit of a green thumb, so I like to garden, and I don't like to see my guys suffering out there, my tulips. Other than that, yeah, schoolwork has been shitty. I'm translating Shakespeare from whatever language he wrote it in, which was obviously English, but it doesn't look or sound like English.
Ye old English.
Ye old with the E at the end of old. Yeah. English into modern English. That sucks balls, but it's pretty cool. It's just
I actually think that's kind of cool, actually, personally.
It's super dope. It really, really is. It's super dope, but it's really it's the mental fortitude that it takes to do that. That's why before we got on, I was like, nah, I want to finish this, and then because I'm gonna want to drink afterwards. So that's what I'm doing now.
I really think there's a real beauty in trying to understand like the meanings and stuff and how it's like written and stuff. Like especially I think it's cool, but it is I can't imagine how you couldn't tell me, hey, there's some homework for you. I'm not gonna be excited to do that. This is not something that I'd be like thrilled to do, like as a project that I was forced to do.
Yeah, no, it's not great. I'm interested in the subject matter, so I'm but whatever.
Well, talking about Shakespeare and stuff like that, this Romeo and Juliet shirt it's a print that Leonardo DiCaprio wore in the Shakespeare movie. You see?
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Hey, look and see, man. We're always here, bro.
You
We're
see?
always like, even when we're not trying to be synced up.
That's
If
pretty
we had
cool.
periods, they'd happen at the same time. They absolutely would.
What would male periods be called? Myriads.
A male period would be called an exclamation point because we're a bunch of fucking. We over exaggerate. We extra with everything. So
I feel bad that I didn't notice that you have a new hairdo. I didn't mention it last time. I just completely just kind of, and I was thinking it too. I'm like, oh, he has like his hair's different. But then I did the whole typical guy thing where I don't notice someone's new hairstyle.
We don't compliment each other. Men don't get. I didn't even, when you said, "Oh, I didn't even realize that you had a new do." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, we're just so used to not being acknowledged for the things that we do that it just no. There's no need to mention it again. Well, actually, so let's move on.
You look like the soccer player. His name is Alan Saint Maximin.
Alan Saint Maxim?
Yeah, Maximin. You see?
Oh damn, you already got a picture up and everything.
Yeah.
you came prepared with this shit. See,
yeah, you look like
cool.
Yeah, he's got you got the do. You got his where he wears a little bandana and his hair is like frosty at the tips.
Yeah, see, I went two separate colors. I went the frosty on one side and black on the other side. I'm gonna cut it all off.
Well, what led to that? Why are you cutting it off? Don't cut it off. It looks good.
It's just too much work.
Is it?
Too much maintenance. What's up?
Is it?
Yeah, my hair's not good like yours where I can just ponytail that shit, which it gets long enough. I can ponytail it. I used to rock the ponytail look back in the day. To go out and get it done and all this stuff, it's just too extra. I'm just gonna get it back, cut the way I normally do, like a little high top fade, but updated lingo, whatever that is. Blowout. It's called a blowout.
No,
right?
it's always gonna be a fade. It's a fade forever.
Well, blowout.
You're gonna blow
right?
it out
Because the blowout starts in,
Yeah. I have a blowout. Is what I have now.
Is that what you rock?
Yeah. I cut my long hair. It was too much too. It's a lot of maintenance.
Did you wait? You're not rocking a bun?
I mean, no. I mean, I have I just have my hair up, but my hair's up to here. I can't ponytail it anymore.
Oh, see, I didn't even notice that. See, so there you go.
Well, there you go.
That's how it goes, man.
We're changing our looks week by week on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm changing mine back. This shit.
It looks good though. It looks good, but I get it. But I also
I'm happy. I'm happy with the way it came out.
Yeah.
I'm just not willing to do it again. Because I'm not willing to go back and get this done again in another week. And then another 2 weeks, do it again. Then another 2 weeks, I'm just not doing it.
Fair enough. Well, now that we're caught up, do you want to get into some trending topics?
Let's do it.
So we have John Oliver blackmails Congress, which is pretty cool. Did you see the episode?
I didn't see the episode, no, but I've been hearing about what his whole deal right now. Yeah,
so it's super interesting. So it's like every time that you and I, or anyone who's listening, Jesus Christ, anyone who's listening, anytime that you're online or you're on an app or you're on anything, usually there's a third party company that's collecting all your data, right? And it's pretty terrifying how much they know about you and how they can almost like predict like what you want and your movements. Some even know where you are at all times, depending. So he was just talking about all that stuff, and it's not illegal. It's not illegal to do that, right? So since there's no rules and it's not illegal to also buy the data. So like, for example, if we wanted to buy data so we can market our podcast a lot more accurately to people, if we wanted to put money in to do that, we can go to these third party companies, buy data, and literally track people and like get all their info.
Get their habits,
Get
what
their
they listen to,
yeah.
what they like to watch,
Right.
that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and then use it to market to them.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
like, for example, we could cater to a specific demo that we don't do that. I think that's too much work, but
Yeah, males ages 28 to 44 who like Adult Swim. I know that's like 60% of the motherfuckers listening right now. You want to know how I know that? I'm a data guy. I'm a data guy.
So then,
No,
so the context of the clip of the show was he bought data from Congress people in Washington, literally in DC, and had it in a manila envelope, and was just like, if there's no laws that are gonna be like fixed with this, and I can do whatever I want with this information technically, right? So he kind of threatened
all this shit.
he threatened like he threatened a whole bunch of Congress people. And one of the things that he one of the ways that he collected data was if you click the link on erotic fan fiction.
Beautiful.
And that's how he got some people, like actual Congress people and stuff like that. He was talking about, we got a couple people in the actual Capitol, like Capitol Hill. Like it was just pretty damn funny. And he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna expose all you fucks.
I'm gonna leak all this shit unless you want to do something to fix this to make it illegal for me to do so. Yeah. Unless you want to vote on some laws that might make it so that I can't expose all your data. I'm going to expose all your fucking data, which is pretty great.
Yeah, it's pretty ballsy, man. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that kind of.
It really is.
The only thing, though, that really, like, realistically, what's going to happen? They're going to just change the law for you not to be able to get Congress people's data.
Yeah. They're gonna change the law so that you can't blackmail people using their own data. Right. That's what it's gonna be. You can still buy and sell freely the data. You just can't use it to blackmail people into doing things you want to do. They're gonna call it strong arming. They're gonna use all these political terms, and they're gonna arrest them. But let's be honest, it's John Oliver. It's HBO. I'm not worried that he's going to get in any kind of trouble. I'm not worried that there's going to be any kind of real change to come from it. If this was some random guy on YouTube who was doing this shit, I'd be much more interested in the story.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
That is actually pretty. We should start doing stuff like that. We should start looking into like
the data's there. We can buy it. We can buy it, bro. Like you literally just said, today is free. I mean, today it is not illegal to buy data from Congress people. Do we know anybody who can create links and stuff for us that we can?
It'd be interesting to see like the kind of politicians in Florida. Like that'd be the bag. Okay. That'd be the bag right there. Okay. And then we'd see what they're into.
I think
we should look into.
I mean, let's put that in the back burner. That could be real fun. I just feel like it's just ripping off it's just ripping his idea though. Like how does that?
Well,
we'll innovate though. We can innovate.
Yeah, but the thing is that we were like regular schmoes. We'd probably get into a lot of legal trouble.
A whole lot of legal trouble. Are we willing to do that for? I don't know.
What if
30 to 40 listeners a week?
Maybe HBO gives us a show. They're like, oh, these guys are like out here doing it.
They're not giving us. Well, I mean, wait. Showtime got Deus and Mero. HBO might need a Black and Hispanic fair to. Right?
Hey,
to offset,
you see?
Get one of their own.
I like where your head's at. The Supreme Court says suing cops for falsely accusing you is okay now. So before you couldn't sue cops, now you can sue the police. There's a new Omicron variant, and it's detected in the UK. Spreads to Japan as cases rise. That's really cool. It's really cool how COVID has like literally not gone away, and everyone's just like, well, I guess we're gonna changing. I guess we're not gonna, I guess we can't focus on this anymore. I don't know. It's a really weird time, man, because it's like this is happening, and like, just like okay, the only way that we go on lockdown and all that shit again is if there's like a new variant that's like just stronger and like just a super killer,
devastating people again. And I'll be honest with you, bro, I don't think if there is a variant that starts doing that anywhere but here, I don't think we're gonna hear about it. They're gonna keep that shit hush hush. Shut up, go to work, shut the fuck up. What? It's in where? It's in the UK? Great. Where do you work at? Down the street, Main Street, fucking Minnesota? Get your ass to Main Street, Minnesota, bitch. Like I it's COVID. What's it? It's COVID fatigue, I think, is what's happening,
Oh,
right?
for
Like, because
sure.
it's
Sure.
yeah, right. As much as I want to be diligent, I wear my mask and I get my updates and my booster shots and all that stuff. It's still a little bit hard for a motherfucker to tell me now that I can't. Like, if somebody was like, "Hey, man, maybe we should stay in this weekend and not go out and do something because COVID." I'm pretty left leaning, and I'm just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, get out of my life, leave me alone. All right,
Yeah.
and I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the whole COVID thing. It's just,
I mean, it was just it was so botched and handled like the most moronic way possible that like
yeah,
that's why it's so annoying now, because it was mixed signals. Nobody knew what we were doing. Everybody was struggling. Nobody was getting money. Like,
Yeah.
where, like, now shit's inflated. Like, everyone's just sick of everything right now. It's just like enough.
just yeah,
It's enough,
bro. Like look, yeah. Leave me alone about COVID unless I fucking have COVID. Like, just don't bother. I'm gonna do all the things that you've recommended me to do. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna get my boosters. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna handle it, right? Like, that's what I'm getting at. It's not that I don't care that COVID's still happening. I just don't care that COVID's still happening to anyone else. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna make sure me and mine is safe. Fuck the rest of you.
And with that quote, I want to transition, since we're kind of talking about COVID. So you made me watch a documentary called Into the Water, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because you're gonna take the lead on this a little bit, but it's called Into the Water, and it's
called Watch the Water.
Watch the Water. Okay, Watch the Water.
Watch the Water. Yeah.
So this is a pro COVID conspiracy QAnon documentary about the COVID vaccine, pretty much, right? And what's is that all? No, all right, you take it from here. I don't want to put words into your mouth. Explain it to me.
Yeah, no. The only thing I'm wary of using are like labels like pro QAnon and like stuff like that. Like, because all right, when I first heard about this documentary, those are the words that be tossed around. Like, it's a pro QAnon is this and that, and understandable. I can definitely see that because of who latched onto this. You can tell that's who it's made for. You can tell it's made for a specific person, and that specific person feeds into a hook, line, and sinker, right? That's how I went into this. And by the end of it, I was a little bit afraid because I felt like he was making sense, and I was looking stuff up.
Oh my God. Are you a Q person now?
I mean, let's play. Let's run the bit. Let's go through it. I'm gonna take you through my thought process and everything.
Okay. All right.
But I'm not even lying, bro. Like, I was like, oh fuck, he's making sense. Like, it's a 45-minute documentary, and I watched it so that you guys don't have to. And yeah, let's take a look at the first clip. We'll see how it starts. And we could talk about it together.
All right, fine, fair enough.
There were certain things that I could say and could not say. And I referenced that certain people's lives might be at risk. And one of those people is here with me now, Dr. Bryan Ardis. Thanks a lot for being here.
I do really appreciate the opportunity to do this. Yeah, this is actually going to be the only time I've ever been nervous in any interview. I'm not kidding. Like, I've never been nervous to discuss anything in relationship to the COVID pandemic whatsoever.
Okay.
All right. So when you that's the opening, right? How do you feel? What does that make you feel?
So So I saw the documentary. So how you got to you got to be, I have no idea now, because we haven't talked about this. So now I'm just kind of like worried that your brain is been manipulated.
My brain is very, very mushy, bro. Like, it's plenty malleable for new wrinkles to form. No, like, real shit.
Okay, so how did I take it when I watched? Me reacting to this first clip.
Yeah.
Okay, so just because I'm skeptical of everything, like, this idea, like the idea that this guy's coming on and then it's all performative. It's just like, oh, I'm really scared. I'm really scared that for the first time I'm kind of a little nervous. Like, I don't buy that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? this isn't. I mean, this is like filmmaking 101 kind of shit. It's just like
Yes.
the intro is supposed to like kind of like latch you in some way, and this is how they do it, right? Like this.
Yep.
This they said Dr. something, right? Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, Dr. Bryan. I want to say, fuck, Atrium.
Isn't this guy like a dentist or some shit? He's like a dentist.
No.
Okay.
No.
So they already give this guy his credentials that he's a doctor. Mm-hmm. So that's already an elevated position. This isn't just some guy, quote, quote, just some guy. And the fact that this doctor's scared to speak and is going to be speaking the truth is supposed to, like, you know, hook you in or whatever. So I don't buy it. Already off bat, I just don't buy it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about that first intro clip.
Perfect. All right. So his name is Dr. Bryan Ardis. And yes, I knew you'd pick up on that. That's exactly how I felt watching this. The first thing I was like, oh, so the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna pander to the Christians, right? He says, yes. And that was that wasn't in this
theme
clip.
In this stupid thing.
Yes, right? Right. So he doesn't say it in this clip that I put, but right before he starts saying he's afraid, he says, he says how he's afraid and how he, you know, people have been killed for talking about this, and it's the first time I've ever been afraid to say something, and I'm a doctor. Yeah. And then he says, but I've been led in my spirit.
Yes.
To tell this truth.
Because that's how medicine works.
He's the only one. Yeah, right? That's how medicine works. I've been led in my spirit to practice medicine. Like, whatever. So he does that, and I'm got a healthy dose of skepticism right off the bat. I'm like, yo, fuck this guy. This is fucking bullshit. There's no fucking way, right? And then he goes on and start talking about these different drugs. One of them that he mentions is resmetiv.
Yeah.
Hey, no, wait.
See, here's the thing why I don't buy this shit, because you already are falling for whatever this is, and you don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know the name of it because I was look. Here's the thing, though. That's the thing. I was fucking. It's called Rem. I can't pronounce it. REMDESIVIR.
You're making me upset, man. You're making me
Remdesivir. Remdesivir.
Okay.
He starts talking about a medicine called Remdesivir, and he starts talking about how this medicine is killing people in the hospitals, and talking about snake venom and how it has snake venom in it. All this different stuff, right? And how it's the only antiviral drug being placed in hospitals right now to treat COVID, because apparently now the FDA no longer wants the monoclonal antibodies that were being used before to be used anymore.
So what are monoclonal antibodies? Explain that to me.
Monoclonal antibodies are basically snake venom antidote, is the way he puts it, right? It's not, because the whole, isn't that, I know
isn't that shit for your ass? It's like stuff that goes in your asshole.
What, monoclonal antibodies go in your asshole?
Yeah, it's like medicine that goes up your butt.
Okay, but that doesn't change
what it is. What it is?
Yeah, okay. Like how you take it's a suppository is what you're saying.
It's something like that. That's what I've been led to believe. I could be wrong. I thought that's what they were. Isn't that what the clonal means? It's like it's up your butt.
I don't know. I don't know what clonal means going up your butt.
You see, you see why I don't buy any of this.
I don't know if it goes up your butt. I've never had to have monoclonal fucking antibodies, bro. But I'm telling you what he said. Okay, I'm trying to piece it together for you, man.
Okay.
He is saying that monoclonal antibodies, they work to they're supposed to work in order to heal you or make you better from COVID, right? We know that Joe Rogan took ivermectin and monoclonal antibodies. We know those kinds of things. We've heard them, and then it knocked the fucking thing right out. What he's saying is this was recorded in March. It was recorded in March of 2022, so this year. And he's saying in that March 2022 documentary that they're filming, he's saying the FDA, the CDC, banned monoclonal antibodies from being used in hospitals and replaced it with remdesivir. And remdesivir is basically poisoned by snake venom, and the monoclonal antibodies use snake venom as an antidote, and that's why it works.
Okay.
Does that make you are you following that?
Okay, so one worked and the other didn't. Am I getting that right?
Sure. One is a viral infection, which is the COVID we've been told about.
Okay.
The COVID we've been told about is a viral infection. What he's saying, you know what? What he's saying is that it's not. What he's saying is that it's not a viral infection.
So COVID's not a viral infection. It's like snake venom.
It's snake venom that's been put into remdesivir, and monoclonal antibodies drugs would help it, and that's why it worked for Joe Rogan. And when they realized that it was working, they scrapped the monoclonal antibodies because they want to kill us. They want us dead. They want the snake poison to do its job. What's the next video? I don't even remember where we're at.
This is video number 2.
Video number 2. All right.
CDC, NIH, or FDA says, is our federal health agencies, are they recommending monoclonal antibodies for COVID-19? Now, this is in the middle of December. No, they're not. Right. They've been bad-mouthing monoclonal antibodies this whole time.
Stripped them out of Florida when DeSantis wanted to use them.
And then January 21st of this year, they totally stripped out monoclonal antibodies. They do not want you touching monoclonal antibodies. They also didn't want you from the beginning to touch hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
They also don't want you touching ivermectin. They also don't want you touching NAC and acetylcysteine. So the things they tell you to avoid, we know they're telling you to avoid because they work.
Okay, so now here's the thing for me too about all this stupid bullshit is that it's like the flip-floppiness of all this kind of conspiracy shit doesn't like fucking make sense, man. Because first it was like this. First of all, COVID isn't real. Right? It's not real. Now it's real, but that's something else. And now it's now because it's something else, they're trying to now it's like being forced on us because they're trying to wipe us out. But then it where does it fucking end? Like, where does it end in terms of like the insanity of this shit? Why are you making me watch this?
Because I think it's informative, and it's you need to be informed of the argument on both sides, right? Like that's the only way you are able to. Yes, you do. You need to be informed what they're saying because some of it can make sense sometimes, and some of it is batshit crazy. Now, okay, all right, I'm gonna drop the act. No, it's bullshit. It's complete and total bullshit. Because first off, he says monoclonal antibodies have been the hospitals don't want you to use them. Now you notice what he did there. He lumped monoclonal antibodies, the real thing, in with all the fake shit that QAnon and all the other crazy conservatives have been using, like ivermectin. And he lumps those all in together to give it an ounce of truth with the other bullshit, right? Because that was being taped in March of 2022, and I have an article right here in February of 2022. So a full month before they started doing this shit, February 11th, 2022, the FDA has issued a new monoclonal antibody for the treatment of COVID-19. So he's literally saying right in that clip, he's saying, hey, the FDA, the CDC, they don't want you to use monoclonal antibodies because they know it works. And the CDC is saying, yeah, use monoclonal antibodies because they fucking work.
But see, that's the shit about this kind of stuff, that whoever watched this is not doing their backup research to, it's like, how do I put it, right? And I don't know where they're
not thinking for themselves.
Right. But here's the thing. Now you tell me kind of how this would work in like the real world, right? In terms of like critical thinking and doing your research and let's say for me at least, right? That when you go to school, like proper, now I'm not talking about like high school or anything. When you go to like college or like higher education, you're taught how to write papers, how to do research, how to,
Yes.
back up your claim. All that kind of stuff is something you practice over and over and over again and stuff. So you develop these skills where just because you read something doesn't mean that that's the end all be all, because you have to compile everything else. Even like what you said, even though I was shitting on that, but you do have to listen to everything for you to compile an actual thought, independent thought, right?
Yes.
With this kind of shit, it condense everything in, so you don't have to think outside of this documentary.
Exactly. And it's funny. It's just like you have a bunch of D students who now are professors of virology over the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this doctor here is feeding them the bullshit that they already believe. Like, he's feeding them the garbage that they've already they like. And I know you saw the documentary. He said at one point, "Oh yeah, you probably asked me on here because you saw me on InfoWars." That right there,
right.
That right there was like, no, I can't trust anything you're saying. So I know I started this bit saying that, like, oh yeah, he had changed my mind. I was messing with you. That's not what happened. Play the next clip though, because I want you to remember though, when you watch this next clip, the clip we just saw, he said, "Don't trust the CDC, the FDA, the edit." So who do you trust? Well, let's take a look. This is who you trust.
Corticosteroids.
I've lived my entire adult life surrounded by a corona of death. Some days I even long for it. But lately,
oh my God,
I find I'm unwilling to go gentle into that good night.
Bronchodilator.
That is the bad news.
There's good news.
The lab did find one distinct element in the molecular structure of the drops taken from Robert Dolly's apartment. A peptide unique to the venom of Dungaris flaviceps, also known as the red.
So okay,
Yes,
so Hollywood. This is the other argument. Hollywood has some, eyes wide shut bullshit stuff where they control the message in the media and the world and but here's the thing. Here's the thing: what people don't understand about like TV and movies and all that stuff at its core, right? These fucking people and these in the industry has to write so much shit all the time. There's so much media out there that it'll be just it's always a coincidence that something will hit on something else, and it'll seem like, oh man, because we we notice patterns, and it just it'll feel like, oh man, they predicted it. No, bitch, like they had to write fucking 120 episodes of The Mentalist, so you're gonna come across something something that's gonna hit on something later on, probably. I mean,
and you know what else?
Yeah,
you know what else they do?
What?
They do a little research, and they're like, "Hey, we need a venomous snake that could fucking cause this guy to fall over, but not kill him for like 3 days, so he can have time to get from one place to another." And what snake would do that? Let's go do some research. Oh, it's the red-headed crate. That works perfect. And then they insert that into the script. But now you got this guy who's talking about the red-headed crate in his whole. The government's trying to kill you by putting red-headed crate venom inside of these resmetiviir vaccines. And then he finds a clip from a show where they actually use the red-headed crate because that's what it does.
I gotta be honest. I turned this shit off about 20 minutes in because I couldn't take it anymore, man. I was just like, it was like, if whoever watches this fucking stupid thing, one of the things that would always like irk me about this doctor guy would he would talk about like something that he discovered, and he's like yeah, so talking about the medicine, and then would you believe it, and he'd have this pause every single time he'd found out something. He's like, I googled it, and guess what I found? And he would do that shit throughout the whole documentary, and I'm like, dude, you're not a fucking you haven't found the holy grail just because you've googled shit that like what's it called when you kind of when you the argument that you make is all the research that you do just backs up the argument that you make, because you can. It's just so easy to just back up your own bullshit.
Cherry pick it, and you I know the word you're talking about. Where you cherry pick arguments to
like right now, if I wanted to make an argument that that the moon is made of cheese, I can Google that, and I would find an article where it says
something that will say that. Yes,
to back up my bullshit claims is what I'm saying, and to maybe authenticate what the hell I'm saying, which is horseshit, complete horseshit.
Yeah,
that's what this guy's doing.
That's exactly what he's doing, and it's really funny when you stop to think about it for even a half a second. Like I said, when I was watching it, I was watching it with an open mind. I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to what he has to say, and I'm going to look this stuff up while he's saying it, right?
Yeah.
And so it didn't take long. I'm talking about a cursory. I didn't even have to switch from Google. And anybody who Googles for a living knows that Google isn't the way you Google. You use other, more respectable, more not paid for search results, right? You use things like Bing and DuckDuckGo. Everybody knows that. I was able to debunk the shit he was saying on Google. on the tracking. Here, somebody paid me to show you this fucking website. So, yeah, I mean, go ahead, roll next clip.
I'm pretty much called the remdesivir guy everywhere I go, which is odd for a retired chiropractor.
He's a fucking chiropractor?
Yes, you skipped one, but it's okay. It's all right. Let's just end it at this. Go ahead. Yeah. Let's just end it at this. I'm okay with that.
Which one did I skip?
It's okay. It don't matter. It's the whole premise of the no, don't play it. That's fine. Fuck it. It's basically I'll just run it down for you. It's basically him connecting all of the numbers. You know that numbers meme with all the numbers flying around. He connected all of this conspiracy shit after watching that episode of The Blacklist. And then he discovered the transmission method. Because by this point in the thing, when I'm like, yo, how are they spreading this shit through coughs and sneezes? Like, snake venom ain't fucking airborne. You can't get snake venom poison through the air. Like, so how the fuck are they spreading this shit? And he answered it for me. After he watched that clip, after he watched that 2016 episode of The Blacklist.
So his claims. So let me just get this straight. His claims and all his stuff. What he's doing is on episodes of a TV show and shit that he's just Googled. This is what he's basing all his whole argument. He's a fucking chiropractor.
He is a chiropractor. See, you weren't supposed to know that yet. The audience wasn't supposed to know yet. The reveal was coming. That's how you build a story. That's how you tell a joke. All right, Rudy. So you've ruined that. Thank you.
No, I played one by one in episode 4. I thought I played episode 4 or clip 4 for you.
No, it's clip number 3. It's numbered very clearly there.
God damn it! I'm sorry.
No, I messed with you, but it's fine, bro. It's fine. Look. The whole point, that was the bit, right? The bit was, at the end of it all, this dude's a fucking chiropractor. He's a fucking chiropractor. He's a retired chiropractor calling himself Dr. Bryan Ardis. They didn't, like, come on, man. Who the fuck are you trying to fool? Like, who you fooling? What are you talking about? If I'm in a subway or if I'm at some random place and I get shot, I need medical attention, I'm not yelling out for a doctor. That's also that's only a chiropractor. Like, hey, I need help. Are you a doctor? Yeah, I'm a chiropractor. Keep fucking walking. Call me a doctor, dummy. Like,
chiropractors aren't doctors. Okay, you do that. You get like
go to chiropractic school.
You go, yeah. I think it's 6 months. I think it's 6 months, and you get a chiropractor like certification or something. I mean, I think enough of the people who've listened to us for a while, who've seen all the chiropractor videos that I've played on this thing, and they just just destroy people's spines, knows that being a chiropractor isn't exactly a something that you're in school for like 10 years trying to perfect.
It's a science, but it's not a respected science by the people that practice it. By most of them, they just want a TikTok video. They want to crack some old lady's back, get 1 million views, and hopefully make their money that way. Even chiropractors don't want to be chiropractors; they want to be TikTok famous. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro!
Hey,
like,
listen,
this guy's a chiropractor.
Listen, this is an Amazon Prime, all right? This is Amazon Prime. It takes some time.
It takes some time to heal. Todd, you got to insert that into the fucking clip. So that shit was so terrible, bro. He broke that lady's back and then said, yo, this is the Amazon Prime.
He said, oh, healing takes time. This ain't Amazon Prime. while the old lady's in the back screaming.
What the fuck? No, he reverted that woman to her lizard brain, bro.
Okay, all right. Before we're done with this segment, the one thing that's in the full video, at least what I watch, is that they always keep talking about like the spirit of like Christ and religion.
Christ, yeah.
They keep talking about religion in this thing, like
yes.
Which
because they need people who believe in things wholeheartedly, absence of evidence. That's the people they're aiming at. They're aiming for people who believe the good book. They believe these things with no evidence, and that's how you get them. You give them the illusion of evidence. How easy would it be? How easy is it for them to believe it? Like they clearly do.
Yeah,
it's being talked about everywhere.
Yeah. No, it's. That thing really melted my brain for the 20 minutes that I was watching it. I was just like, Jesus Christ. But it's terrifying because people like believe this shit is what's scary.
People are calling the vaccine now. They're saying it has the DNA of Satan in it because the serpent, and they in the video, he talks about how he thinks there's a war on the church and all this crazy stuff, right? And because why would you use a serpent to poison good God-fearing Christians? Your God-given body, they want to inject part of the devil into it and defile your God-given body. That's literally something he talks about in this fucking video, right? And then all of the stuff he's talking about snake venom and all this stuff, it can be scary. I get it, right? If you go in and you don't know any better, it can be scary. But if you know better, if you're not a D student who went all through life sitting in the back of the classroom and now you want to act like you were paying attention. If you weren't one of those people and you're watching this shit, you're like, oh, well, yeah, snake venom has been used for centuries. It is the basis. It's the basis of viral, like antibody biology. And you go all the way back to fuck his name, the Greek doctor, Nicander of Colophon or whatever his name is. Well, the Greek doctor who discovered that in order to treat snake bite poison, you needed venom, and you can mix it with other animals' blood, and it would make it stronger, and it would allow you to then have an anti-venom, and you could use that, right? So this is something they've been doing since ancient Greek, since a motherfucker had a name, and his last name was the name of his fucking city, all right? They've been doing this shit. Snake venom has been in medicine, bro. Like, we got all the way up to the 18th, 19th century when we stopped doing that, and we started realizing, hey, some snake venoms can be used to thin the blood, to help you with blood clots, to help you with stroke, to help you with all these different fucking neurological symptoms that come along with blood diseases. Oh, we can do that using snake venom. So to then turn around in 2022 and either act like you don't know that or genuinely don't know that, whatever Dr. Ardis was doing, I don't know if he doesn't know that or if he was just pretending to not know that. All I can say, though, is any cursory research that he was doing, he should have come across this information, right? Like, this is very widely known fucking information. It's known information, bro. Why do you think that the doctor symbol has two snakes wrapped the fucking around it? They were some of the first medicine bringers, bro. God, I'm getting upset. All right, I'm sorry.
Anyway, that's enough.
Yeah.
Don't you ever show me this shit again.
It's just so, it's a little disheartening though, because people, like you said, that video it only had 110,000 views, which, let's be real, by today's standards, that's bad. That's not great. But at the same time, out of the 100,000 views, it only had 400 dislikes. which means the ratio of people that's watching it to believing it is too big. That's too wide of a gap.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this again, and I've said this before. I'm not a fucking doctor, and
Neither am I.
I'm not a fucking foreign affairs fucking student of anything of political poli-sci shit of foreign affairs. I'm not any of these things. My opinions are based on the professionals who do all these things for a living, how it should be and stuff.
Exactly.
So the idea that these morons are like out here peddling all this shit because it's money. It's money. They're getting paid off of it. It's not like they're not doing it because they want to save the planet. They're doing it because they're filling their coffers.
It pays.
Yeah.
It pays. It pays to be stupid in 2022, apparently. Like, look, man, I'm not a doctor, I'm not any, like you said, right? What I was just yelling about was just go do your own research. That's all I'm saying. A cursory glance on fucking Google will tell you that this guy is wrong, and not only is he wrong, he's a willful or just a regular idiot. I don't know which one is worse, but he's one of them. It's so easy to just debunk that stuff. So if you're one of the 100,000 people minus the 400 that didn't like that video, like just pick up a book. I mean, the internet, you're spending all day on the internet ranting about people and ranting about the left and the liberal media and all that stuff. You're doing it anyway. Just take 5 minutes. Just do a Google search. Anyone who listens to us and is a part of Q, stop listening to us right now. I don't even, normally I'd be like, that's fucked up. Don't do that. And you believe whatever you want. But fuck them. Don't listen to it. Fuck them, man. Like, just if you believe in that bullshit, man, because at the end of the day, like, how do you believe in that? So at least, you know what? Don't stop listening to us. No, there's a phone number out there. If you believe in that kind of shit, please call us and explain to us what it is that we're missing. Because you may be right. We might the wool might be so far over our eyes, we don't know what's going on. So call us up, talk to us, let us know where we went wrong.
Hit that number up. Okay.
Please.
All right.
We'll do it live.
Moving on.
Fuck it. Fuck the message. We'll do it live.
Moving on. We've learned a lot. Yeah. We've learned. We've grown. And it really, what's important is all the friends we made along the way for that segment. Okay. So before we finish with the podcast, there's these two things I want to play for you. And how do I explain this one?
I don't like that.
I don't think, you know what? There really is no there is no kind of explaining this one. I'm just going to play it for you.
Okay.
This is called Pokenut Year. Okay? This is a playoff Pokemon, okay? Pokenut Year, and he'll explain to you what Pokenut Year means. This is January 1st of this year.
Welcome to Pokenut Year, the challenge where for every day of the year 2022, I roll a random number generator, and the number I get corresponds to the Pokédex number of the Pokemon that I have to nut to for that day.
What?
Now this is the content that I live for.
this is the stuff, huh?
This is
all right,
stuff.
Cool. All right,
this is the stuff. So,
bro.
For people who want a refresher, what he just said was that for the year 2022, he's rolling a random number in a number generator for the 2,000 and something goddamn Pokemon that exist, or God knows if it's even more now. That for every Pokemon that he pulls out every day of the year, he's gonna bust a nut to that Pokemon. Okay.
Hey, let's be real though. That's some stamina to bust a nut every day, every single day of the year. I don't think I ever went 365 spreading my seed every single day. I don't think I've ever done that. Have you? Have you gone every day of a year?
I don't know. No, I have like a job. and life, and
You see what I'm saying?
I
I
get
couldn't
tired.
even do that. Yeah, right. Like I couldn't even do that if it was like
But look at him.
I don't.
Look at him. He has so much.
Let's not do that. Let's not
he
do
has,
that.
he has so much reserved nut that how else is he gonna expel it? Look at him. Look at him.
No,
you can smell.
I won't look
you
at
can
him.
smell
Oh
the
my
image. You can
God.
smell the image.
Oh my God! It's January 1st. You can't smell it now in this video, but I guarantee if you walk in this room today, you can smell that image.
You can smell
smell what he's been doing in that fucking room.
Yeah.
What are you doing with all of it?
Just for a bit of backstory.
Oh, cool. That's what I want.
When I started year 2 of Pokenut November, I set a goal that if I were to hit 20,000 followers,
Started year 2. This ain't even the first year,
No.
bro.
He's done this before.
He ain't new to this. This ain't new. All right, go ahead, homie. He got this.
I would do Pokenut Year. I was not expecting to hit 20,000 followers.
The internet gonna fuck you up every time, bro.
And then I hit 100,000.
Wait. He said
So,
he
I
was
hit
gonna do Pokenut. He did Pokenut month, not year.
Oh, he did it. He did.
Yeah,
30
let me
days.
repeat that. Yeah,
Okay.
Because he's trying to give us some backstory, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to understand.
Okay. Yeah. Let's hear.
When I started year 2 of Pokenut November, I set a goal that if I were to hit 20,000 followers, I would do Pokenut Year.
Okay.
I was not expecting to hit 20,000 followers. And then I hit 100,000.
That is insane to me.
Yo,
I'm choking on my anger here.
It's probably the same 100,000 people that watched Dr. Bryan Ardis talk about snake venom in the fucking in the water. I'm
Dude,
sorry,
I mean,
this kid.
No, like it's like how like the world that we live in that this dude got 100,000 followers because he keeps coming to Pokemon characters is either a sign. See, here's the glass half full, half empty kind of thing. Either the world is healing, and that we're going towards like a utopia because we can do whatever we want, or the world is ending because of shit like this. Either way, I'm here. I'm here
both.
for it.
We're getting happier as we near the end. It could be both. Yo, but straight up, like I feel like okay. So here we are producing content that we have to cut, we have to edit, we have to do all these different things. We have to, why don't we just nut to some Pokemon for a year and then come back next year and try this whole podcast thing over again? We're the maybe not Pokemon, let's not rip his shit off. Let's do like, I don't know, Digimon or some shit like that. We'll nut to Card Captor Sakura or some shit like that. I'll do it for a year. That's what we're doing. We're doing it now. We're hammering down. No, don't start.
Here we are.
Let's do it. Let's say that. Can we agree to that?
I'm not coming to anything for a year straight.
Why not? Okay, what about like baseball? Let's do baseball cards, like baseball, basketball, football. I don't know. Let's pick a sport. Pick a sport, and we'll come to one baseball card every day for a year. If y'all can get the podcast to 20,000 listens by the end of the year.
If we get 20,000 listens,
we got to get 20,000 listens on this episode, though.
We'll come to baseball cards for the following year.
Yes, we'll come to a pack of tops every year. We'll be the bottoms.
A pack of tops.
We'll bottom out this pack of tops one pack of tops every day. We'll bottom that shit out. Hit us give us 20,000 listens, please.
Let's just roll. First roll of the year.
He's disappointed that he got 100. Hang on, that he got 100,000 people.
Yes.
Let's just roll. First roll of the year. What's it gonna be? 265 early 3rd gen. Let's see.
Damn, he knew that off rip.
Terrible start, guys.
You gotta jerk off to a wormhole.
This is a wormhole. This is a warm Pokemon. He has an ass for a mouth. I think maybe he could use that.
Oh shit, he does. Got a little thick on his face. Yes, okay. I guess yeah, you can work with that.
How do you jerk off to a Pokemon? Oh my god. You know,
and how does he do it? How does he prove it? Right? Like, is he
that's true.
Documenting this for
true.
Posterity?
That's true.
All right. How does
we gotta
this
get to the
TikTok
bottom
end?
of this. All right, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
All right, his name is @Shrillith, and I want you, Anthony, to look his stuff up after we finish podcasting. And if he has videos of him nutting all over the place, I want you to watch those and then tell me about it. Because I'm not gonna watch it.
I will not do that. I won't do that. But what I can do is I can promise that if we get 20,000 fucking listeners, I will not only nut on a package of Tops once a day for a year, I will document it and put it on Patreon for your fucking pleasure. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. I will not do that.
Start, guys. To be honest, I'm not sure how many rerolls I have, since in Pokenut November, which is 1 month, I have one reroll. So you get 12. Yeah. Since this is 12 months, do I get 12 rerolls?
I think that's fair, right? Yeah, 12.
I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, if we're
take your 12,
this should. I mean, if we're talking about fair is fair. If you're gonna do it right, if you're gonna nut the Pokemon, do it right.
Well, no, you get one reroll a month just in case you land on like a Jinx or something. You know, Jinx is a little bit too humanoid for you to get into. She got them big red lips and shit like that. You might not be into that. You might need a little Pika power, you know? So you reroll that shit. Like, because I just assume anybody that's going to bust a nut to Pokemon don't want their Pokemon to look like human things, right? That's not in the spirit of this, right? I don't want to bust a nut to no Mr. Mime. There's plenty of motherfuckers out there that look like Mr. Mime today.
I don't want to bust a nut to a Snorlax.
Who the fuck? Like Wurmple. That's a great pull. You want to bust a nut to a Pokemon? Make it a Wurmple. Make it a Charizard. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, give me wings and a fire tail.
So
into it.
And to keep this going, I think that this next video is a good little palate cleanser to what we just watched, because we're talking about relationships and sexuality here. And we're not judging. We're not a judgy podcast here. We're not going to judge you for your kinks or your Pokemon. We're not going to pokey shame you.
Never.
Okay. So this next guy, he's in a relationship with a very particular, let's just say a particular thing that we use in everyday life.
My name is Nathaniel. I'm 27 years old, and I'm in a serious relationship with my car.
Nah, you judge that. Shit.
Morning, baby. Handsome man.
No, I'm kidding. You don't judge that. You let people do what they want to do. I honestly, though, I'm going to sound like a real conservative right now. Just keep it out of my face, bro. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see the shit. That guy had his eyes closed and was literally making sweet tongue love to his fucking car, bro. I don't want to see that shit.
For everybody that's listening, if you want to see this, please switch off and go watch his on our YouTube, because he is really tugging down the front bumper of his car.
He's going to work on that fucking car. He was laying under it like he was about to ride him. What the fuck? I can't.
Hang on. Let's finish this.
All right, go.
Nathaniel is in a committed relationship with a car that he's named Chase. He met Chase in a.
He's also gay. He's also.
Fuck off, dude! Don't talk to me right now. Reed, just let the video go.
Tail lot about 5 years ago.
Love you, baby. I thought it was love at first sight. His body and then his interior and everything just together just seemed to fit. And I just felt an instant connection.
I love that the editors put like a very kind of like a serial killer vibe music behind it.
They did. Yeah, because it's TLC. TLC know how to sell their shit, but they know how to sell their particular brand of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what?
There's nothing romantic. There's nothing romantic about this guy in love with his car. Because he definitely has bodies in his backyard of women because he definitely hates humans. He definitely
hates humans. Man, on one hand, I do want to laugh at this guy and judge him hard.
Feel free.
I do, right? But on the other hand, I also, like, I'm an advocate, so now he said he's gay, now I don't want to judge him anymore. I'm like, it's a consensual gay relationship, and I feel terrible doing it.
You can't be gay with a car, man. It's a car. You can't be gay with a car.
I guess you can't be gay with a car.
I mean, he imbued it with the male. Like he imbued it as a dude.
He anthropomorphized his own car. Called him. What do you call him?
Chase.
Chase. Oh, it's funny because it's a car.
That's it.
I'm gonna call it Chase. Oh my god. Oh, boy.
Nathaniel's obsession first developed as a teenager when he would build model cars, but he didn't find true love until he met Chase.
I find this part of him the most sexy just because of the subtle lines and curves. I'll give him a kiss here and just kind of caress him down the side.
My initial reaction was I was kind of shocked. It was kind of weird because it was just hard to understand.
Kind of shocked. Objectophilia is when a person develops a strong emotional and sexual relationship with an inanimate object.
Okay, so this is a real. So hang on. See, and that's why we shouldn't judge. This is a real thing that this guy's suffering from, or not even suffering from.
Yeah,
he's clearly into it.
No, I would say suffering from.
This is
a mental illness.
At all. You can call it a mental hiccup, I guess.
Yeah.
And I knew something was up when you said he's in love with something that we all use, and I saw the model cars in a freeze frame. I was like, this dude fucks model cars, don't he? Nope, just real ones. Just real fucking engine gas guzzling cars.
He sticks his dick in the exhaust pipe and goes to town.
100%. 100%.
Some cases include attractions to a roller coaster, an elevator, and the Eiffel Tower.
Honestly, I don't know why I feel the way I do. But
see?
I just absolutely love Chase.
What?
I don't know. I feel bad. See, I feel bad about all the laughter we just did.
I don't.
This guy's like, I don't.
No,
why? How? Come on, man. This guy said, I don't know. I feel this way.
This guy's a nut job.
What? He seems perfectly adjusted, except for the fact that he fucks his car. It's just the only thing. So you gonna judge him for that now? Now we're judging people for fucking their own cars. He bought and paid for that car. What he does with that car is his own fucking business, bro.
Listen. I'm not trying to advocate for a law that puts him in jail or does anything to his freedom, because that's a whole nother can of worms. But I sure as fucking I'm gonna laugh at him. And I'm gonna play it on the podcast.
He's looking at the rest of humanity like, oh, you idiots, putting your penises inside each other. You're a bunch of dummies. You got these beautiful, sexy cars out here. You're out here swapping fluids with each other.
For me.
Hey, do you think he's on the highway and he's just like, oh shit. Look at the ass on that navigator.
We always have such a good time together. He likes a lot of the same music I do. We have a favorite song. It's
I'm sorry, I
Can't Fight
just
the
nodded
Street
all over the place. Holy shit.
Hey, listen, we gotta get through this, man. We gotta get through this video.
But he said he likes the same music I do, as if he don't have control over what music goes on in the car.
Okay, you see, this he needs fucking help. We can't just let this guy run around society just doing this.
What's the worst he's gonna do? Look, I'd rather this
Murder
guy
women.
come to my house.
Murder women.
No, he's not murdering women. He's just stealing cars. This is a car thief, is what we're looking at. He's a car thief. That's what he does. He breaks into your house because he doesn't want to smash the windows to steal your car.
No,
he comes in.
No,
he politely rifles through your shit. He finds your keys.
He kills gay men. He kills gay men because he thinks that humans are subspecies.
Subspecies.
Yeah, he thinks humans are subspecies.
Human.
Well, you know how it is. How are racists watch interracial porn? Explain that one.
Yeah, I can't.
Uh-huh.
I can't explain that. I can't explain that.
I do get a guess how you buy something for your fiance or your wife, and then usually for his birthday, I try to do something special for him too. The favorite date would be going to the lookout area. Just lean against him a little and just be with him mainly. Love you.
But Nathaniel's relationship with Chase goes beyond dates and presents.
We have our times when we get sexual.
Okay. Does that feel good? You're handsome, man.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
What we do the most often is I like to lean over his fender and across his hood and do little things like that and
okay.
And kind of press up against him and rub against him like that.
He kills people, man.
He kills people.
One of his more bold positions is for me to be underneath him.
That position is
really
the
likes
best, dude.
That shit is amazing, bro. Holy shit, I love it. I love it.
I am worried for my friend because it's not normal, and you may have people that don't understand.
My name's
I am worried for my friend. Okay.
Yes.
The thing that kills me about that whole segment, right? You have two self-proclaimed non-car fuckers who immediately went to, I have a penis, I'm putting it in a tailpipe. And he's like, nah, I'm going to press my clothed body against the hood and just grind against it. And I'm going to go inside and kiss the steering wheel. Like, bro, you don't even know how to fuck cars, right? That's your whole deal. That's your whole thing. It's fucking cars. And you got to go climb up under the car.
He's a bottom. He's the bottom in this relationship.
He's the bottom. He's the bottom.
Well,
oh my God.
That is the end of this podcast.
Oh my God.
Fuck, I'm seriously dying, man. God damn it. That's the end of the podcast. I'm dying.
No, that wasn't even a sexy car, bro. That shit was some beautiful.
It was a Ford Escort.
Yeah, bro. It was like a 2001 Ford Escort, bro. Like, you gonna fuck cars, make it sexy. Make it sexy, dude.
Get a Corvette or something.
Yo, seriously, they're super affordable. Like, what are you doing, man? This dude Oh my God.
Woo.
Some shit he found in he got secondhand. It's not even a brand new car. He paid fucking somebody else's hand-me-downs. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Get your life together, dog. Oh,
well, that is officially the end of this podcast. I want to thank everyone who listens, as usual, all the heathens. Thank you so much for all the love, all the support, all the messages. Thank you again, Anthony, for coming on and laughing with me and having a good tear. And just want to just spread the love to everybody. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.